Hi everyone, today we're going to do something a little bit different. Statistics Canada came out with new population numbers for Canada yesterday, I think it was, and I wanted to share that with you. As real estate investors, something you should always be, one of the things you should always be keeping abreast of. Not the only thing, but one of the things. So some interesting stuff. Canada's population increased by 0.26% in the first quarter. So people are still coming into Canada, and it looks like about 50,000 immigrants came into Canada during the first quarter of 2009. So that's good to hear. That means we're still an attractive destination, and for owning real estate in Canada, you always want to hear that the population's increasing because more demand for your supply of rental properties. So that's a good thing, and immigrants typically are looking for rental properties when they're first getting established here. And a couple other interesting stats. So total population in Canada now is about 33.5 million, and there's sustained demographic growth, so population in the West continues to be increasing and outpacing the rest of Canada, specifically Alberta. Alberta's population increased by 0.59%. That's double the national average. And you know, that's the kind of thing that makes it very clear why a lot of real estate investors are interested in investing in Alberta. You know, hearing those stats, you can understand why. And then another thing kind of struck me is that Ontario's population is over 13 million now. I wasn't aware of that. I had always known that the Golden Horseshoe, you know, around Lake Ontario there was had about 8 million population base, but I didn't know Ontario was 13 million. And Ontario attracts about 40% of new immigrants into Canada. Quebec, interestingly, had its first quarter of growth, or highest first quarter of growth since 1991. So it's having a little bit of a population increase as well. But here's what really kind of struck me, is that the total population of Canada is 33.5 million right now. Then you have provinces like British Columbia, 4.4 million, Alberta, 3.6 million, and then you have Ontario, 13 million now. You have Quebec, 7.7 million. And you know, I started thinking about real estate investing and buying properties, and you know, I grew up in Mississauga, which is a suburb of Toronto, and the population of Mississauga right now, give or take, I think it's about 750,000 people. And sometimes when you're starting to invest in real estate, you always hear things that can distract you. So for example, you might be looking to buy some property and you haven't bought anything yet. So you hear about Alberta as a great place to invest, but you happen to live somewhere else in the country, for example, Mississauga. And instead of focusing on your efforts in your own backyard, you kind of get caught up and try to figure out how to invest in Alberta. And I always think, now this is our observation, you make your own decisions, but we always think, you know, master your own backyard first and then kind of spread out when you have more cash flow in your life to go and travel to other places and handle those types of properties and build teams in other areas. But here's my point in all this. So I listed off some of the provinces. Mississauga's population is about 750,000 people. If you decide to invest in Mississauga, you actually have more people right in Mississauga living and looking for real estate and rental properties than the entire province of New Brunswick, which I had no idea. The entire province of New Brunswick has a population of 748,000. And Nova Scotia is under 1 million. Nova Scotia is 939 million. So it's kind of amazing to me that, you know, sometimes right in your own backyard, I would have discounted investing right in my own backyard when I started, but you know, when you live in a place that has 750,000 people, that is a big suburb and gives you a lot of opportunity to buy properties and rent them out or fix them up and sell them, whatever your strategy is for yourself. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So always check what's going on in your own backyard. There's always opportunity there. And it's kind of interesting to see Canada's population's on the uptick. Looks like we're on pace for about 200,000 new people this year. And I'm always focused a little bit more on Ontario, just because that's where we are. So about 40% of that is coming to Ontario, and I think that's it for now. Hopefully you find that a little bit helpful. Take care, everyone.